All right, placing first this time. Middle desert board. 9 ore looks good as the only good ore. So 6, 9, 10 is probably the pick. Let's just see what I might get back. Third game in a row that he's fourth. I usually look to the edge when you're placing first on a middle desert board, either right in the middle or in the second inner ring. So maybe the 8-4 or the 8-10 would go all right with this 6, 9, 10. Probably head to this 3-1 port. So yeah, I guess I'll just do that. See how it plays out. I think I'm going to take it no matter what, so I can figure out what I'm going to get as it goes along. It's the best ore. Tied for the best wheat. It's pretty obvious pick, I would think. I can't think of anything else I would take on this board. Highest other producing spots, 8, 5, 10. It's just too much sheep, and 5, 9, 10 with next to the wood port, that's okay, but not as good. Either the 8, 10, 11 or 8, 4, 11. It's pretty good. But yeah, all right, so they take that second. But they point to this 3-1 port. That's kind of risky. I would have probably went to this one. I don't know if I'll end up taking this, but I might. Gets me the coordinated 10s on the roads. That's something, I guess. Although I think I'm going to go for Army. Just having the best ore. I guess this doesn't give me any sheep, so maybe I might end up taking something like this 4-3-11. That actually wouldn't be bad. Have 2 ore spots and 2 wheat spots and decent sheep. Just had to. I like that he didn't point here either, so that would leave me an easy port in case, I don't know, someone challenges me here. It's possible. But someone might take this. So third. If I was third, I would probably think about taking this 5, 9, 10. And they do. Head for the wood port. And as fourth, just gotta try to make the best of it, I guess. Yeah, probably 8, 5, 10, 6, 4, 3. Point the road this way to the 6-2, 3-1 port and the 4-9-2. This road, I guess, down to the brick port and the wheat port. It's not terrible, but it's just no ore and not enough wood to go with the brick. It's just a high production setup. I'm going to go to the 6-5. Honestly, I could take that to get sheep, but I don't think I will. Just to double up on this 6 doesn't seem smart. Makes it a big target. Let's see if they raise. No, they don't. Thank you for that. And now orange, I don't think orange will take this spot. They might, but I would think they'd take maybe this 9-4-2 or I don't know. There's no way for them to get both wood and brick. is what they need. I guess they could get brick here, so they should try to get wood. So I would guess they'd go here. And then it's between the 8-10 and the 4-3-11 for me. I think the 4-3-11 is better. Yeah, they take that. Yeah, the 8-10, a couple reasons not to like it. There's no sheep. It's just too much wheat. And it is a 3-1 port, and it does give the coordinated 10s, but I don't think I'm going for road anyway. I don't know where my road path would go picking there. And on top of that, I would just make orange angry, and they'd probably steal from me, which is another reason not to do it. And I honestly just think this is better. Just having 2 ore spots and 2 wheat spots makes you harder to block, although these aren't the best ore and wheat spots, but they're a source if these spots get blocked. And they have 2 uncontested ports. Although I think this 3-1 port is pretty good. So I'll just take this, start with a dev card, and roll the dice. I don't know if I'll buy one. I don't know. I have pretty much ore and wheat, so that's when you can buy those. But I kind of would rather get a city first. Although it will make me a target, but it's just pretty tempting to double this spot up. And I guess I'd like to trade for brick at some point to cut this off. Is there a reason to go for this 3-1 port? I don't think so. The reason to not take this one is to make this a target, to not make this a target, but it's more secure probably. I'm getting a lot of ore. If I can't get a wheat, I'll probably just have to buy a dev card. Not the worst thing to buy a dev card. Like I said, I should have plenty of ore and wheat. I like actually saving for a city more when I don't have a lot of ore and wheat to up that ore and wheat production. So you're plenty. That's pretty good actually. Really, that'll help me get to the port pretty quick. I can use it for 2 brick if I want. Or I can trade for a brick and use it for whatever else I need to complete it. Yeah, I'm still thinking if this is the right port to go for. I do not want this 9 blocked, but the port just makes you flexible anyway, even if it is blocked. And when it's not blocked, it'll produce a lot more than this 4 sheep. I don't really want this 4 sheep blocked either, so I don't know if going there makes sense. I think I'll just do what's expected. See, there it is. It's already getting blocked. He stole from me. Probably want an ore, I guess. You know, they wanted sheep. Well, I didn't have it. I wanted wheat. I didn't have that either. So I don't know. I'm sure one of these other 2 players had it. But maybe they just want to steal from me because they think I'm doing well. It's a pretty aggressive road. It's another 3. I am just getting a ton of ore, not enough wheat. Could use this to city, but I don't think that makes sense. I'm getting plenty of wheat, and it'll just make me even more of a target. I already got stolen from the first time. 7. That was blue who stole from me. Not that I should just get them back out of vengeance, but I just want to know. Probably block 2 players at the start of the game. They'll probably have wooden brick. Orange. Have wheat. I'll just steal from blue. Wheat is good too. See if I can trade for a brick. Don't think there's any out there. I'd like to do something this turn and not, without using my Year of Plenty. Might just have to hold. It's pretty ugly. I don't think anyone has sheep actually, so I can't even trade for that. And I don't really want to use this yet because I'd use it for a brick and I don't even know what else. Just be patient, I think. I'm only at 6 cards. There's a brick there, so every time a 6 rolls, I can potentially trade wheat for brick. I guess orange does have sheep. Black, what do you need? Well, says he wants sheep. He'll get sheep pretty soon. I don't think he needs to trade for it. Blue gets wheat when I do, so they're not going to want it. They already stole an ore from me. This 3's been rolling. Yeah, I was going to say, they probably have a city, and they do. It's a pretty good move. Another 6. I hope they offer a brick for a wheat. Alright, they did not. Try and trade before I build. I have a city in hand, but I'd like to build first. Try and get a road. Black I know has a bunch of brick, but they're on this wheat now, so they might want more. Oh no, they took that. I'd rather give them wheat than ore. Alright, so how can I build this city so that they don't see it? Do I build the road first and then sneak the city in, or the city first and then the road? That's ridiculous. It doesn't matter. But I don't want them to think I'm doing well. Even though I am, kind of. Everybody's doing something. But try to pass right after I build the city in case they miss it. They think I just built a road. Sleight of hand. No, I'm sure that's never worked once. Four for 1 for a brick. Alright, so that's a good start for blue, and they should be a target. They're already at 4 points, so me building this 3-1 port now to get to 4 points isn't as big of a deal. Black is at 4 points too. Yeah, they're moving right along. Yeah, this road here was smart by them to get more production for their 3-1 port. This road down here wouldn't be as good. Like I was suggesting, these ports aren't as good. So, good call, Black. I'll just pass. I don't want to do anything. Yeah, it's a little bit of risk if it gets taken. Like I said, I could take it, and I never like placing roads where someone could take because I feel like people will just do it just to screw you over. But if they just thought I would do the logical move, then they made the right call. Which, yeah, this spot's definitely better for me. Gets me 3 new numbers. Not that you need all different numbers, but I don't know. Last game I was on like 4 numbers total, and that worked out terrible. So if you have the choice, it's better to be on more numbers, but it's not like it shouldn't really be a deciding factor. And a 7. So I'd like to get blue and black, but I can't, and I'd like to just leave it here to seem like I'm not going after him. But I do think that with the city, blue's in the best spot. I guess I could consider what card I need, but I kind of usually just tend to like to block the best spots and rather than go for a resource. And that spot is pretty good. You get a wood and a free card every 5. All right, now I'll probably just Europe plenty for the port. Now I just buy development cards. Okay, that's a lot of ore. I guess I could have 3-for-1 my ore last turn if I was really worried about a monopoly, but there's just one card out there. Yeah, this 4 just hasn't rolled once this game, which isn't that unexpected, but the port just makes it that much easier to buy development cards. Not needing any specific number to roll, really. Just that's the good thing about the 3-to-1 port. As long as you have production, you can buy development cards. You don't need to depend on any one number. When you get these specialized ports, it's kind of just, although he has 2 numbers on the woods, that helps, but a lot of times you're just depending on the right number to roll at the right time. And 3-to-1 ports, you just need cards. Black is blocking themselves. He's taking it off of blue to block himself and to steal from blue. Interesting move. Can't say I would have done it. Okay, there's sheep. Try getting one cheaper. Otherwise, I'll just do it myself. All right, now there's no monos out there for sure, so I don't want to give 2 cards, I don't think, for just a sheep. Just buy it myself. That's a victory point. Since I can buy a second card, it's not the worst thing, I guess, but I do want to get a knight. That's another victory point. That is not a knight. Two VPs in a row. That's, yeah, I don't know what to say about that. It's not what I asked for, but it's what I got. Definitely will make the end game easier if I can get largest army. These rolls are helping. It'll mean I won't need another settlement if I could just upgrade these 2 to cities and take army. So they're not bad. I generally don't like my first card to be a victory point, but if you just get 2 in a row, then how can you complain, really? Except that you have no protection when they steal from you. But luckily I will be able to buy one my next turn. If that's a victory point, then I guess that's also good. I don't know. Just buy one and pass. That's a monopoly, so that's that's also good. Just starting 2 victory points in monopoly, it's pretty ridiculous. That's like the best dev card start you can get. I would think. I mean, I do want to get army this game, but hopefully I should be able to do that. I don't know what to use this on yet. It's not really any rush. And I'm not getting stolen from. That's good, but it's also confusing. I guess they just want what black has. They should want ore, though, I think. They need to upgrade. This 11 did roll once. I remember that. And they're buying a development card. All right. I usually like to city when I'm behind and buy development cards when I'm tied or ahead. But I guess you don't want to pass, so gotta do what you gotta do. All right. I should start tracking the rolls a little better when you have a monopoly. You should track the rolls all the time, but it's especially important when you have a monopoly. And I have one. All right, so 6 and 4. Some brick and sheep and wheat. Yeah, I mean, it's too early. There's no reason to play it now. 11. Or I'll just try and buy 2 more development cards. Okay. I'll just buy 1 development card. Yeah, there's a knight. Yeah, there's really no reason to play a monopoly yet. I'd just probably say nothing to that. But they're right to say it. They did get stolen from. And they say it right before 7, so you'd have to think I will get stolen from here. But what can I say? Well, I guess I could point out that they're that's pretty diplomatic, easy thing to say. I'll say blue neither. Alright, that 9 sucks. I do think blue's ahead of black just based on the city and the port. I'm going to get a wood though, which I don't want, but I'm not going to steal from orange. 9 is okay. Let's try and trade this wood. I have no use for it ever. I don't think I'm building any more settlements unless I get another development card that tells me to. You want 2 ore. I can't do that. I don't want to give them a city when they're at 5 settlements. I'll just do it myself. With the 3-1 port. Oh, I rolled a 9 when I blocked it. That's didn't say it, but that's good. Put it off my 9 and onto theirs, so that's a 6 card difference. 7 if you count orange, which I guess I'm not. No offense, but you're pretty far behind. They definitely need to city up rather than buy development cards unless they get a monopoly, but I already have one, so the odds of that are lower. They just need to make this a city as fast as possible, which is hard because they only have the 11. That's why wasting the ore on development cards when you only have an 11 is tough. That's what I was saying about like when you don't start off on a lot of ore and wheat. Oh shit. I gotta pass. I thought I did pass. Anyway, when you don't start off on a lot of ore and wheat, you want to use that to upgrade so that when they do hit, you get 2 ore instead of just 1. Like where I started off, I don't mind buying development cards early because I'll get a city eventually. They won't just get a city eventually unless the dev card they get is, the perfect one, which isn't very likely. Most of the deck is just knights and victory points. I have to play another knight, I guess. I can think about monopolying, so I should be tracking. I'm going to get a wood again from them if I steal. But I should probably play this because a 6 would get me a city. Although I think I just want to buy development cards. I don't want to city this. I really don't want a wood, but come on. Can't steal from orange. Although I probably should have. Hoping someone wants this. Nobody will. Wait for... Yeah, I don't think there's really any reason to do that. Even just getting a sheep and a wheat, I can't. One of either for a wood, I can't really do anything. I'll just pass. 10. Those haven't rolled them. I guess the wood makes the 10 now give me a free port. That's something. Didn't even consider that. Probably because the 10s haven't rolled at all. See, if I'd have doubled up on them, it would have been the classic case of doubling up on a 10 or 4 and then they never roll. So yeah, this spot is just has to be better. And see, orange even with this spot, they're not doing a ton. They're probably going to buy another card here. I don't think they can city. They don't have enough ore. Or they could save at 7 for the city. Oh, they have a year of plenty. So they took ore sheep. They should city, I think, if they can. Okay, they did. Yeah, using a development card or using year of plenty to just buy a year or a development card is pretty wasteful. Okay, so they put it on black. I think they did that just so that I won't play a knight and put it back on them. But I've learned that that's just never the right move because you have to force me to play my development cards. Because in this case, I don't even have a knight, and that you can never just assume that there's knights. I hope he just gets them back. Because he is dangerous. He's going for longest road, and maybe that's why he stole from black because black's going for road as well. But I'm just more dangerous than black for sure. And I don't even have a knight, so now I didn't. That 7 isn't really that great because I wanted it to stay there. But look, there they go, revenge block. Gotta love that. And fighting for road, that's always good when you're the army player to have other people fighting for road. That's a 7. Ugh. I don't know if I could just keep hitting blue. I mean, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know. I still think they're ahead. Just with the city and the fact that one road takes road and that port. Sheep for wood to black. It saves me a lot. Alright, now black does this. I'll do that. Okay. Did I ask for a wheat yet? That's alright. I'll just try and secure army. Another victory point. Wow. These development cards have been ridiculously good. Although in this case I might rather have a knight. Five. It's a bunch of wood and sheep. they're not connecting yet. Sevens, when you have a monopoly, are not good because you get stolen from and then there's no cards out on the board. So that's a bad roll. There's not many cards in Monopoly right now anyway. Maybe they're still thinking about taking from blue, even though they don't have any cards, because blue is going for their road, and they are. Five. There's a lot of wood. Kind of, not really. Ugh. I don't want to lose army. If someone buys a knight, plays it, and then takes it, but I don't think it's worth it. Boy, that's a lot of fives in a row. Okay, there's a roll 6. Nine's a good one. Although I don't think I want a city. I think I want army first, secured. The way I lose this game is if someone takes army before I can, which can happen if you just can't draw a knight, I guess. 8. There's pretty much wheat out there. Try the old dirty mono. Does that work? I guess kind of. Not really. Okay, there's the knight. No, I just city, and I should have it next turn. Yeah, I don't even know if it was worth doing that dirty mono. It wasn't even that dirty. It was just a 1-for-1 trade, basically, in the end. So this is the best way to feel about a win, when all you need to do is play a knight and they can't take that from you. They haven't made a card yet that can steal development cards, and nobody can get army. Can get 11 points if I roll a city. I do not, so I'll just take the 10-point win. Yeah, 3 victory points. That's pretty lucky. It did make the end game easier. Let's just look at the stats. 3s were out of the ordinary good, and I was on that for ore, so yeah, just being on 2 ore spots is good. Just never know which one's going to hit. Nines were above average good, and that was my other ore, so I was just getting a ton of ore. I could tell my hand just always had a ton of ore. The 6s were good too, so I had wheat. And once this becomes triple shared, it's not a great blocking target anymore, except for orange, who actually did block it a couple times. And the 11 rolled a couple times. Get me some more wheat. 4 was bad. Yeah, 4s and 10s being their normal weird selves, being bad when they ought not to be. 8s were average. I wasn't on those, so. Yeah, I definitely did not get stolen from enough, which I'm not going to complain about, but I got stolen from 4 times, which was the second most, but that should have been the most. Blue had me by 3. I also didn't lose any cards to 7, in which I was over several times, so that was lucky. What were the 7s rolling? 7s, it's about average. I mean, they should be the highest number theoretically, but they're not. Not always. Often not. So yeah, 8, 4, no, 8, no, 10, 8, 6, 4. Pretty even spread. America over Canada. Yeah, Orange, I think they just needed that city a lot faster. And they were, I guess, the person who could have challenged me most for Army if they had gotten that city and that port faster. How many dev cards did they buy? Yeah, they only bought 2, I guess. I bought 8. And there was half of those were VPs and monopolies. So yeah, that was pretty lucky. I think if I just got the normal Army thing going, though, I would have been fine. I just would have had to do a couple more cities, and and if I instead of a VP, if I get a road building, I can expand. I think when you're buying that many cards, it's all right, and it's gonna work out. But yeah, there's no point denying that that's lucky. Get 3 victory points out of 8 polls. So yeah, pretty clean game. I guess Black was at 8 because he had a victory point, so it wasn't as much of a runaway as I would have thought. But yeah, it's a pretty clean game. It's basically the first one I've had in a while. Everything seems to be difficult, which is fine, I guess. It shouldn't be easy wins. Yeah, this is just a good board to go first on. That 6, 9, 10 is just an easy pick. And the 4, 3, 11 is being left for me is nice. Did not produce the most resources. But I mean, you don't have to. All right, well, good win. See you later.